if I told you that the world was gonna end under you and the togethers just you and me or your friend?
Welcome back to another episode of Barely Cooperative. Oh.
You got it right that time.
Oh
Good
yeah,
job.
it took me a couple episodes, but I did it. It was fine.
I got there.
It was finally, after a few days, it's time for breakfast. Alright. I move to take a seat, but Finley blocks my path.
Avery, before you sit down, I have a question for you. Sure, what's up? I love talking to myself, apparently. Okay, is that...
Her voice drops almost conspiratorially. She leans in to whisper.
That's an Akia shirt, isn't it? He's my favorite too. What?
I love Akata.
I'm just trying to say it in like the most Valley Girl way possible. Is just Akia. From Blessing. From what? Look, you don't have to play dumb. I get it. No, I really have no idea what this is. Is that like a show? Is this shirt from something? Oh. No! Never mind, don't worry about it.
But now you got my interest. I just thought it was a cool shirt. Well, since we're going for Hayes, we should probably just say. I just thought it was a cool shirt.
Yeah. I just thought it was a cool shirt. Sad. Like, why does Avery always look like she's just being forced to talk? Well, it is, but it's weird to buy things from games you haven't even played.
I just want to go home and not feed my cat.
God, social interaction.
I just want to live my life, not feed my cat, go to my job.
Watch porn, eat pizza.
Watch porn, eat pizza, not feed the cat, and when I do feed the cat, only half.
Yeah, and then
Only half.
I'd really drag my feet about it.
Game. I play some games, but I haven't heard of that one. I like a lot of retro games, so if it's new. It's a different type of game.
Oh.
Why does she make that face? Never mind.
It's
a porn game.
It's a strap-on kind of game.
Like a dramatical murder kind of game. If you know what that is. What is up with Avery's face?
What the fuck?
Now I'm curious.
Art style changed.
No, it's okay. You probably wouldn't like games about boys fighting.
About boys fighting through butt play.
Oh, butt play. Or maybe you would.
No!
We can't make that the name of the episode.
Butt play.
Butt play.
Why did we resort to the Lumpy Space Princess voice again?
Oh, I got butt play.
Okay. And maybe I'll lend it to you sometime. If you prove yourself worthy. Not really sure what that involves, but sure.
And involves butt play.
Butt play. Okay.
God damn it, you guys. She gives me a grin and a wink and takes a seat at the table next to Reese. I noticed
just wink wonk.
Wink wonks away. I noticed that someone set the table while I was talking to Finley. Mason here should be out in a minute, Avery. Come sit down as I X out of all of this, so just in case there was any audio playing. Alright, come sit down.
Sure.
Where should I sit, though? What if there's some unspoken rules about this sort of thing at placing? You never know with new groups. Landry answers the conundrum for me by beckoning to the seat between him and Finley. Quietly, I take my seat. Mason emerges from the back of a large tray balanced on top each hand. One tray has a giant stack of French toast, and the other is some kind of egg thing. I'm not sure, but it looks amazing.
Whoa.
I have no idea how hungry I was until just now. She sets the trays down in front of us and then returns to the kitchen. I hope she gets back soon because I'm about to be on that egg thing like mochi on wet food. Mason
like mochi on any food.
Like mochi on food. Mason returns a few moments later, cradling 6 empty coffee cups in her hands. Hayes follows in tow, carefully balancing a cart. That's an F.
You can do it.
A carafe. Is that the word? Full of coffee. They set the. I'm asking you guys. Is that a word, carafe? They set the coffee and the carafe on the table and then take their seats. Someone in the chat, or someone not in the chat, someone in the comments, spell that out. Tell me how you say that word.
Yeah, give me the Oxford Dictionary fucking
definition of carafe.
Of a carafe and how to say it.
Hayes' butt barely hits the chair before the others start to dig in. I'm a little afraid that I'll lose my hand into the fray when I try to jump in now, but I'm so hungry. Landry reaches out arms from behind the fortress of French toast slices. He lightly bats at Reese's hand as it reaches for the syrup pitcher. Say some for Avery.
Jeez, calm down. You're the one stealing all the food.
I haven't taken any more than usual. Breakfast is important. While everyone shouts and chatters across the table, I help myself to a bit of everything. I'm not used to eating a real breakfast, especially one that didn't come out of the microwave, so I'm gonna savor this.
Jesus. Wow, this is amazing. Mason, what is this egg thing? I can't wait to talk to myself some more.
Mason's eyebrow shoots up, and she look. Welcome to every episode of anything ever for me. Mason's eyebrow shoots up. She looks at me like I grew another nose.
Frittata.
Nice.
The genuine pause of just wondering if the word was gonna come out.
There was an ellipses!
There was a deliberate break that time.
There was a deliberate, like,
but it was just,
don't worry.
It was also slightly quieter. I don't know what it was that made me laugh. I just... frittata.
Frittata. Is that like a souffle? It looks like it'd be really hard to make. Just eggs and vegetables in a pan. I know I wouldn't be able to make anything like that. I have a real breakfast. Oh, god damn it! That's just me! What do you usually eat, Avery? Mostly cold pizza or toaster tarts, I guess, if I remember to get them.
Mason glares like I just knocked her plate on the floor. She stares directly at me, though, through me, with a hard look in her eyes.
Ow. Just Jesus, always. Have pizza sometimes? Not for breakfast.
Jesus. I can hear Finley and Reese snickering.
Okay, but other times they're still okay, right?
Mason rolls her eyes and goes back to her coffee. Reese,
like, what the fuck?
Reese stares up at me between bites of French toast.
Fuck.
You lied to.
No, I lost the voice for a second. Jam it.
Jam it.
Jam it!
Damn it!
That's what Finley wants, right? To jam it.
To jam it. Avery, when you're done, we need to talk about dress code.
Dress code, really? Oris, don't start this again.
Shh, it's important. It's an important part of a new employee's orientation.
Landry passes a positive.
Look, you don't look ridiculous enough.
Yeah.
What are you
How are they gonna
talking
know
about?
what cat to date?
What are you talking about? I look fabulous.
That's the point, you douche. Landry passes a positively pained. Pandry. Landry passes a positively pained look at Reese. He glances at me, but a poke to the ribs from Finley sends him staring back at his plate.
Landry, you're such a mama bird sometime. Lighten up.
Avery. Look at this place. Why is it spaced out like that? Why can't you just do it all at once?
I know.
We take our visual presentation very seriously here.
Mason gives
Represent any sort of fucking cereal product at all. I don't know if I can trust you.
Yeah. We take our trademarks very seriously here. Mason gives another grunt. Hayes places his empty plate and cup on Mason's plate. Hayes places his empty plate and cup on Mason's plate and takes the stack into the back with the urgency of a tactical retreat.
Graves and I expect a certain level of decor with the waitstaff.
Is this about my outfit? Why does she look like she's gonna cry? God. And don't judge me. I already got shit for not knowing what boy band fuck puppet shirt this was.
Fuck puppet?
I woke up late, so...
No, this is about uniforms.
Mason pushes her chair away from the table with enough force that it wobbles briefly on two legs. She
Ooh.
stands and takes my plate in one fell swoop.
Time to get ready.
She picks up the now empty cast iron skillet with one hand and balances a few of the other plates on top. That looks heavy, but she's holding it all like it's nothing.
Come on.
She stares me down and gestures to the back door with the head nod before she heads into the kitchen.
Don't think you can run off so easily, Avery. You'll get written up if you don't have your...
What a douche.
Help Mason and Hayes in the kitchen? Yeah, let's go do that. Fuck you, Reese.
Yeah, fuck you, Reese.
Is Mason really the only chef here? That must be a lot of work. I bet she could use some help. Mostly I'm just
I bet I can just go tell Reese to fuck himself. Goodbye.
I go up in the front of Reese, get really close to his face and says no one cares, and then I walk away. Mostly I'm grateful that she gave me an out. Whatever Reese is planning, it doesn't sound like anyone but Finley cares for it. No thank you. No thank you.
I think Mason and Hayes wanted my help, though.
Fine, if Mason needs the help. But you're not off the hook for this yet.
Reese.
Oh, come on, Landry. Don't look at me like that.
Something is definitely up. Whatever it is, I'm not gonna fall for it.
Well, I'll be back once Mason says I'm done.
I quickly retreat to the kitchen before Reese can delay me any further. Even though I work here now, I still feel like I'm trespassing on hallowed ground. I've never been in a restaurant kitchen before. Heck, I'm barely in my own kitchen. It smells amazing. Almost enough to make me hungry all over again. Hayes is at the sink, carefully scrubbing the iron skillet we used at breakfast. It looks like he's already got the dishes on lockdown, to be honest. Mason only spares me a glance. She spares me a lance. We must fight for our food. She's already back at work, and it looks like there's a lot left to do. She dips a long spatula into a big metal bowl and heaps of globs of frosting on the tops of the cocks. It's mesmerizing.
The cocks.
About the cocks. It's mesmerizing watching her.
Say it.
It's mesmerizing watching her move as she works to smooth the frosting. I'm assuming you said the
Can I help?
Okay.
Yeah. Twice now. Can I help?
There you go.
Any experience?
Just say your lines twice.
That's
With
not gonna sound
what?
bad at all.
With what? Baking? Asked.
She doesn't bother looking up, but it feels like she doesn't have to see the cake to decorate it. I bet she could do this in her sleep.
Don't touch anything.
I guess I'll go then. You seem really busy, are you sure? I guess I'll go then.
Well, I don't know. Oh, they.
Oh.
I don't know which one. I don't know if we stayed, that would have gotten us haze or what. You know?
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Oh wait! Ah!
No!
Oh, okay. I'll go. I'll go. Is anything else I can do to help out?
Seems like Hayes and Mason aren't really the talking type. If it weren't for the sound of the sink, it'd be dead silent back here. I guess I'm intruding. Oh well. Fuck!
Now we gotta talk to Reese.
Well, I guess I've gotta go find out where Landry ran off to. He's training me today after all. I think he went upstairs? Uh-oh, I think I fucked this up for us. I head over to the foot of the staircase, but the cat has taken a station right at my path. Its sleeping belly kept scratching out to nearly the whole width of the stair.
Buddy, that's really cute, but that's a dangerous place to sleep.
It doesn't dignify me with a response. Instead, the fat orange cat shimmies in its place to settle itself even more. I gently nudge it to see if I can get the cat to move.
Someone's gonna trip on you if you don't move. That's not gonna be fun for either of you. Why does she always look like she's going to cry?
It opens one eye into a thin slit and makes a murmuring noise and flicks its tail. This little tiger isn't... This little tiger isn't going anywhere, is it? All the cats here this spoiled? I guess I'll have to pick it up and move it myself. Don't move me. I have a wonderful seat right here. I'll lean over to scoop it up, but as I do, the tiny orange and white bob-tailed cat, a tiny orange and white bob-tailed cat whizzes past my feet. It stops on the step below the sleeping cat, then raises one paw and bats the other cat squarely in the forehead. The sleeping cat wakes up and hops to its feet. It looks angry. Am I gonna have to break up a cat fight?
Hey, you two.
The bobtail cat flans its ears and stares intently at the orange cat. They both perk up when they hear the voice from above. Ah, is Hash Brown sleeping on the stairs again? The orange cat, Hash Browns, I guess, trots away. Landry works his way down the stairs, eyes the bobtail kitten. Was it really necessary to smack him? You should be nice. The bobtail turns its head into a wider arc, almost as if it's giving an okay, whatever in response. It lazily struts over to the windowsill and takes up sentry.
Cat's name is Hash Browns.
Yeah, Graves names all of the cats here. He comes up with some interesting ones.
What are some of their names?
Well, at the moment there's Ramona, Shunsuke, Kotik, Owl, Bramblepelt, now Hisa, Valentine, Marina, Erin, Junta, Jamband, and so on.
Look at all these warrior cat names.
I know.
Oh, that's it. There we go.
The crap. Which one was that bobtail?
Oh, his face falls. Why does he look so nervous? Why don't you ask Reese later?
Huh? His cat? Did he name it or something? Is it a bad name?
No, his shitface. Graves should have told you about, Let's get to work. It's time to open. Landry isn't having any more of this. He walks past me to the front door without a glance. He unlocks it and flips the sign from closed to open. And ta-da! Your first day at the cat ball has begun. And the last episode was ended now! Will we get more involved in these cat shenanigans? Was breakfast worth it? Was there enough butt stuff? Have I fucked us on the entire way? Why is it always Landry that ends the episodes?
He's just full of exposition.